What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? This is something different. I sound like crap. We're
Trying
on
something new, baby.
we're on sound instead of audio of us this time, just because I sound like crap and I'm a little sick and I don't want to get Chase sick. I'm the nice guy that doesn't
Yeah,
want
and
to
we
get him
don't want
sick.
that to happen. He is a good quality man right there.
Don't want to get him sick, you know.
Screw that.
So we're
He
doing
sounds like
PWO
ass.
from a little different. We're doing it from mics. Let's just say that from mics. So you're gonna hear audio from both
Yeah,
of
you
us.
guys are just getting the audio, yeah.
Just audio. No, yeah, nothing. If we do it next time, we'll have some like WWE gameplay or something next time. This time it's probably just gonna be a
Yeah.
photo, but we got something on the idea of it. So
What is up, everybody? Make sure that you follow us, PSO Sports 1, on Twitter and Instagram, and also Pointless Sports Opinions on Facebook, YouTube, SoundCloud, Apple Podcast, Anchor, and also check out our Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram for details about a little jersey giveaway if you're
it
interested
ends
in,
this
in
Friday.
sports
I'm gonna
jerseys.
try to get it out
Ends
before
this
Friday. I'll
Friday.
try it out tomorrow, hopefully. So
Well, hopefully you can get it out,
I'm
and
gonna
you
probably
guys,
do it
there's
now.
still,
Honestly,
hopefully there's
get
still
it
time
out.
to enter.
Yeah. And then
Still time to
also,
answer, so.
if you're buying any tickets, make sure you guys check out our SeatGeek link. Just click the link and
Yep.
just go on through your
Just click on the
purchase,
link. Exactly. Easy come, easy go, baby.
Exactly. If you're going to a WWE event, click our link and just move on. That's all you gotta do. Click the link and then purchase what you're
That's
gonna
it, baby.
purchase. So, just
All right.
that's about it. So, this week I honestly thought Raw and SmackDown were pretty good.
I thought it was a really good week too. I
Yeah,
thought it, yeah.
and it's not
Especially
like
the end of Raw, that was beautiful.
last week where NXT literally held up Raw and SmackDown. This is like it was just big, man. There was a lot of returns. You know what I mean? Big name returns.
Yeah,
So.
yeah. And just in time for WrestleMania too, we
Yeah,
had a lot of
exactly.
returns.
WrestleMania season is beautiful. You know what I mean?
You love it, man. WrestleMania season and the Raw and SmackDown after WrestleMania are always the best.
I know it, and it's always good because you never know who you're gonna see. That's the thing.
Exactly. I'm waiting for Taker to come out here soon.
That is
We need
true.
to get that shit
It'll be
rolling.
after,
We need to get that
hey,
rolling,
what's
baby.
the one coming up? Payback
Fastlane.
or Fastlane? Yeah. I don't know why I said Payback. So for Raw, obviously they made the big announcement a day or two before, or if not, it was hours before Raw. Roman Reigns is coming back. He has a big announcement, and they said that boost the Raw ratings and the Raw attendance by a lot, just because of him.
Really?
Yeah.
You know, and he deserved that freaking standing O he got. That was beautiful.
The crowd
And it's
loved
good on the crowd, man. Good on the
I
crowd.
mean, I get why the
'Cause,
crowd
I
loves
mean-
him again. I mean, obviously they hated him a little bit before all that because it was just Brock and him.
Maybe
Brock
this will
and him,
make
Brock
people
and him.
appreciate it. Yeah. I mean, at the same time, like I don't think it was his fault that he was getting booed. I mean, it was definitely on the booking. It was definitely on the writing. You know, I'd put that blame more on Vince than anybody else. It wasn't him. You know, he has a decent character, and he's good enough to be the face of your
company, which he is pretty
wrestling.
much now.
Yeah, your wrestling organization.
Yeah.
But yeah, I thought this was cool. I thought it was cool that he came out and did that, and obviously it's nice that he's in remission.
Yeah, that's
You
big,
know.
man. And you never
Oh,
really, they
yeah,
never
that's
really
huge.
gave an update or anything about it, so you never really knew how long it'd be or what
Yeah.
it was. So like, it could have been
It was
bad,
kind of
and they
like
never
kept
said
in
a
the
word.
dark.
So obviously it's good. He's on remission, so it's a lot better than what it was when it started. So hopefully it just goes on from
Mhm.
there. He'll be back maybe sooner than later. Probably.
Big Dog coming back.
What do you think after WrestleMania? Maybe if then.
I think he might wrestle at WrestleMania.
You
To
think?
be honest,
I mean, he did wrestle tonight, yeah, or not tonight, but
yeah,
that
like, he
Monday
came
night,
out. If he cleared
the
for
little thing.
action,
Yeah,
he's going out there swinging.
yeah. I don't
You know,
see him
I
doing
can I can see it.
pay. What the hell's the pay per view coming up?
Fastlane, baby.
It's like, I keep thinking it's like Payload or something. I don't know what I'm
Hey.
thinking.
You need to get some what is it, NyQuil in your system, man.
I need something.
Clear your
yeah.
brain out.
Something. But yeah, it's good.
Or nice beer.
But it's good, man. I like seeing him back. The crowd likes seeing him back. It boosted ratings. It boosted the attendance for Raw. It's gonna help Raw honestly out a lot because they were just struggling
Yeah.
there for a long time. So
Oh, a long time. But I mean, storylines have gotten, I mean, they've gotten really good. Like, compared to what it was about, August, July, when we first were doing PWO.
Yeah.
It was rough, man. It was rough. But
Yep.
now, like, this is getting, well, we're also picking up to the biggest time, which is WrestleMania.
WrestleMania. It's anything's. They're literally pulling anything and everything right now. So.
Yeah.
So for the first match, pretty much to start off, it was a good match. Ricochet and Aleister Black versus the Revival, and
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was a good
Tag
match.
champs. Raw tag champs.
Yeah, Raw tag champs against
Yeah,
the
yeah,
Revival.
yeah. They're really good. Dash and what's the other guy's name?
Wilder, whatever. Dash and Wilder,
I thought that
Wilder.
was. I thought Dash's name was Dash Wilder. I don't know. We have a podcast and it's a waste of time.
Let's see.
We don't know shit, Luke.
I'm pretty sure it's Wilder.
I'm thinking of people that are still wrestling, like Adam Cole, and, guys still in the system. Like they all have that same style of wrestling, which just seems like so pure and so like perfect that I can't wait till these guys get called up and they start doing like real rivalries with each other. Like this, I loved it. I absolutely loved it. I like seeing those guys come out there, and I like the fact that they're pushing them over. They beat the Raw Tag Champs.
Yeah.
That's insane. Like you first, like I mean, they've wrestled on, the big stage before, but that's huge. That's huge, and hopefully, I hope it sets up a match between. Maybe they get a title shot early on. I don't know.
Yeah.
But you look at like Carlito. Carlito won the freaking Intercontinental belt in his first night. Why can't you have like them win it
Or
the first month?
Santino Marella winning it.
Oh
Against...
my god! Don't get that stupid shit.
Oh man.
Yeah, they deserve it a little more than those guys did.
So
That's
for
my take on that.
the next match was Kurt Angle versus Jinder Mahal. Angle won that match pretty easy.
Kurt, man.
You said he
Kurt's
looked
looking
old.
rough. He just looks like he's in so much pain.
Yeah.
And he's got a gut on him. And man, you know who? This is gonna sound really bad, but you know who he reminds me of?
Let's hear it.
Reminds me of freaking Ric Flair in the early 2000s,
Okay.
where it's just like, come on, Rick, like, you can't be doing that anymore. The only thing that kept Ric Flair's career together was Evolution,
Yeah.
and then after Evolution folded, for the last 3 years of his career, you're just like, Rick,
Well, he
hang
went
it
on
up,
to
man.
NXT too. Or not NXT. I'm
Or
sorry.
TNA.
Yeah.
And yeah, you know how shitty that was? You
Yeah.
want to watch a bad match? Go on YouTube and look up Ric Flair versus Mick Foley in a freaking hardcore match. I don't want to see some 75-year-old grandpa bleeding to death on my TV. Come on, that's sad.
Yeah.
It's sad, man. It's and you don't want to see people, especially guys of that talent, go out like that.
Yeah.
Like, that's how I never understood guys like Sting. When Sting joined the WWE, I was like, dude, this guy's going to be, he's 50 years old. He's done. Why is he coming to WWE now? And then he put on good matches. That Undertaker's been putting on good matches recently, after that Roman Reigns WrestleMania, after he got that hip surgery or whatever, he's done pretty decent, but like Kurt goes out there and you just look at him and you're just like, damn. Like, it's sad, man. It's sad.
I think
so
I
it's
could
good to see him
as,
get that win.
just like one of those like talents where they use them for like the battle royale that they just had in Saudi Arabia, stuff like that, but
Yeah.
not like 24/7 talent. I think, like you said, it's
Have
time
him
to
like a
hang
Jeff
it up.
Jarrett.
Yeah, like a special, like
Oh, yeah.
that Hall of Fame type contract. You know what I mean? They come out for a couple.
Yeah.
So
He, what he'd be really good as is if you get him as like a manager of a young star, or a heel manager for that matter. If he could, because Kurt can play both sides. He's done it in the past. He can be a bad guy. He can be a good guy. You got to find a different role because right now he has nothing scripted for him. Obviously, since he's just going out there fighting Jinder for no reason except to get a win, his first win since he came back. I know he wanted to go out on top, but it's over, Kurt. Come on, man. Please, just pack it
I
up.
mean, they tried doing that with Jason Jordan, but look how that turned out. So
Yeah, I think that was supposed to be his big hurrah, is him against his quote unquote kid.
at WrestleMania or
You
something. I think
know,
that's what they were saying.
yeah, him against a young buck. But man, it's sad watching Kurt go out like this. But
Yeah,
sometimes
it's
you got
time
to
to
pull
move
that
on.
Band-Aid off pretty quick.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So
All
for
right.
the next match, we had Ronda Rousey and Natalia versus Ruby Riott and Sarah Logan. And during the match, Becky Lynch came out. Obviously, she's suspended still, so I mean, she's still coming
Yeah.
out. She don't care. She starts fighting Natalia, and then Ronda Rousey comes over. So they start fighting, and then the security slash cops they come out, break it up, and then they arrest Becky Lynch.
Yeah. Did you
So
see her mugshot on Twitter?
yeah, it looks like a photo that was just taken backstage. So
It's just a black and white picture that they took of her face.
yeah, exactly. That's all they did.
uh,
So then after
God.
that, Ronda Rousey calls out Vince McMahon. Actually, she calls him out, but Stephanie came out instead. Tells her to reinstate Becky Lynch for WrestleMania, and then she drops the title at Stephanie McMahon's feet. So, what do you think that's gonna do? Obviously, I think they're
It's gonna set up
reinstate her, but-
WrestleMania.
I know, but like
Yeah, I
dropping,
mean,
dropping the title wise, though, you know what I mean? Like,
I think dropping the title wise is for Ronda Rousey's character
yeah,
because they want to keep her as that good person, like that good guy type thing, the face.
yeah,
They want to keep her as that, which I mean, right now, I think it's just making her look stupid. It's just making her look like I don't know. I don't like the whole where they're going with that, but because the fans obviously want Becky Lynch to be in the match. Like people are freaking out on Twitter. You guys need to calm down. Like go to the replies of a WWE thing about Becky Lynch, and like people actually think that she's not wrestling at WrestleMania. She's wrestling at WrestleMania. Mark my words.
yeah.
Like, and honestly, she's probably gonna win the main event of it.
The triple threat
But
main event.
yeah, the whole point of her dropping the title at Stephanie is to play that whole the good champion, the one like a John Cena type, where it's like, I want to wrestle the best competition no matter what. I want to wrestle who the fans want me to. So it keeps that image, but I think I mean, the fans are eating it up. The fans love it. The whole
Yeah.
Ronda, Charlotte. I mean, God, Charlotte's just as good as her dad at playing a heel because the fans hate her. They're
Right
tired
now,
of
they
it.
do, yeah.
Which, yeah, she's playing that role really good. Mainly because the fans actually don't want her in the match, but
Yeah.
to think about it, it's probably good to have her on there because she can, she can put a couple spots in the match and she's technically sound. Like there's no problem with it. But yeah, I thought it was a pretty interesting spot. They're kind of doing the same thing with Kofi on SmackDown, but
Yep.
we'll get to that later.
So Dean Ambrose versus Drew McIntyre in a no disqualification match until Elias comes out, obviously because it's no disqualification. So earlier in the night, Elias was playing his guitar, and Dean Ambrose came out and told him to play a song. So that's really why Elias came out there. Then attacks Ambrose, and then Drew McIntyre gets the pin and wins. And then after that, Bobby Lashley and Baron Corbin start coming out of down the ring, and that's when all four of them start beating up Dean Ambrose until Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins come out and save Ambrose.
That was
pretty cool.
That was awesome. That was
Yeah.
so cool.
The crowd
That was
loves seeing
badass.
Reigns come out too, and he did some
Well,
spots. So
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was gonna say. Like, I did not see him going out there and actually, doing shit.
yeah,
Like, he hit a Superman punch and a spear.
yeah,
Like, it was pretty cool. And yeah, I love how we're just getting rid of Dean Ambrose's bad guy routine thing,
I love
just
how they're,
tossing
like,
out the
they're
window.
not even like playing it where like obviously he didn't sign his contract, so he's leaving, but they don't even, they're still using him. You know what I mean? Like they could have literally just thrown him in the back of the line, said you're leaving, goodbye. They're still using him.
Yeah.
So.
There's rumors that was a work, which it wouldn't
Where
surprise me if it
I
was. 'cause
I can see it too now. Yeah, how they're using Ambrose so much that he signs like something.
Yeah, I can definitely see that being the case. But yeah, that spot, that was a pretty cool spot. I don't know what the point of it is though, because I just don't know what they're gonna do with Braun. What's the point of later on in the night Braun laying out Bobby Lashley? Why is Braun going to have a rivalry with Bobby Lashley, but they're going to do a Shield thing? I don't know. It's so. Is it going to be Ambrose and Rollins, or Ambrose and Reigns
Reigns.
and Braun against those three? Like, come on. I
Those
don't know.
four,
It's just
yeah.
confusing.
It is confusing. I see what you're saying too. Because if he wasn't versing Brock Lesnar, Seth Rollins wasn't versing Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania, I could definitely see him doing like a one last time Shield thing at WrestleMania against those three
Yeah.
slash four, which would be pretty cool. But I don't know. So, but like you said, what are they doing with Braun? So,
And they've been burying that it's so bad, dude. They've buried him for the past 3 4 months. This dude, honestly, this is probably the worst bury job on a monster heel. It happens all the time. Happens all the time. You know, if you're a big dude and you get a lot of traction, very rarely do you get used properly. Only,
yeah,
and like sometimes you get pushed too hard, a la the Great Khali. You know, he obviously did not deserve to be world heavyweight champion. Probably the worst world heavyweight champion of all time. Uh, and then you look at like Big Show in WCW when he was the Giant. I
yeah,
think first night he won the title. Like that's pushing too far. Like, but at the same time, when they're hot, a la Braun Strowman, you know, during that little time period where he was badass. It was awesome to watch him. Like he was beating the hell out of Braun, and then they just did the same thing every single time. Like everybody knocks him out. Everybody does their finisher on Braun. Fatal four ways. Everybody does their finisher, and Braun's out of the match. Like it's dumb. They've completely buried him. Now the fans aren't even interested in him anymore, and I don't blame them.
they like
You
him,
know,
but
why
yeah,
cheer for the guy?
exactly, yeah,
Yeah, like they like him, but he's not as hot as whenever he won the greatest Royal Rumble or whatever.
mhm,
He was, the fans were, you know, eating him up. Now, I mean, I don't blame him. Well, what's the point of cheering for him if he's just going to lose every single week? I don't know. Or losing the big matches, I guess you should say.
I think you know what will bring him nice rating for Braun is him versus Brock.
Let's hear it.
Remember, good old you were talking about the show on WCW. Good old Brock and Strowman in a monster truck match. You remember that? Hogan and
No, I
Show.
don't.
Hogan and Show had a
I
monster
don't
truck
remember that.
match on WCW. And like they just ran monster trucks at like they're in monster trucks and they just pushed to the end. I don't know, it was stupid.
It sounds like damn near the worst thing I've ever heard in my entire life. I'm
Yeah, you'll have
glad
to
I've
look
never
it
heard
up.
of that.
You'll have to see it. It's pretty funny because I think
And honestly, if I had to guess the year that happened, I'm going 98 or 99 whenever their ratings were so damn bad.
because I think at they get out of the truck and for some reason Big Show gets on like the ledge and falls off, quote unquote. But obviously didn't. He fell off like a little ledge, but
What?
it was just so bad. Yeah.
My God, dude, that doesn't surprise me with WCW, especially in the later years, man. God,
Yeah.
it was pulling teeth.
All right, to
All
end the
right.
match or to end the night, baby, we had the big party, the party of all
Woo!
parties, the 70-year-old party for the man, the myth, the legend.
He's 70? Is
Yeah,
he only 70?
yeah.
Holy shit, he looks like
Ric
he's
Flair,
95.
baby. Ric Flair's
I thought he was 70 when he retired.
70 for big old Ric Flair. I mean, that's what they're promoting, 70 at least.
He looked like he was in his 60s when he was wrestling against Shawn in that last match, but
Yeah, 70. So,
he's 7 years
um,
old. When did he stop wrestling?
I
7
mean,
years ago? He was 63 when he stopped wrestling?
oh man.
Oh my God.
They had all of his best buds out in the ring, baby. They had good old Triple H. They had Kurt Angle. We don't know
Sting.
why Kurt Angle was out there, but Sting.
Why in the flipping hell is Kurt Angle out there?
Who else?
They didn't even,
Ricky,
did you,
the Dragon Steamboat?
Ricky the Dragon Steamboat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And-
Dude, speaking of that, Ricky the Dragon Steamboat looked good.
Yeah.
That guy can still wrestle. He looked good. You need to watch some of his matches whenever he came back in like 2005. They had a couple. I think no, it was later than that. Shit, probably 2007, 2006. I don't know. I think he fought with Rick. They fought Jericho, like all
Big
the
Show?
legends did, and no,
Oh.
it was just Jericho.
Gotcha.
Jericho was like
I think I
disrespecting
know
Flair,
exactly
and
what you're
they were
talking
brought
about.
out.
Yeah.
Yeah, And like Ricky, out of all the guys that they brought back, looked the best, and he still looks good. All right, keep
Yeah.
going. Sorry, I went
Was
on my
that
little
all the
tangent about
was that all
the
the
dragon.
legends out there? Wasn't that all of them?
Sting, baby.
Sting, yeah, and that was it, right? Or are we missing someone? But
I think so.
obviously you get the point. They're all out there
Yeah.
celebrating the night for him, and then they call him out. His music hits, and there's no Ric Flair coming out wooing. There's nothing until you see the camera shot of Batista dragging a cameraman and then getting up in the face
Dragging
of the camera.
his dead body.
And then he drags Ric Flair out of the room into the aisle backstage. And that's when he says, "You want some, Hunter?" And then Triple H goes back there and checks on his buddy.
His dead friend.
He's not dead.
Killed him, man.
But
He killed him. He
he's
killed
not
Rick,
dead,
man. He's
man.
dead.
No.
Batista killed Ric Flair.
No.
Oh man, I honestly like that got me hyped. I was pretty.
Yeah.
I was like jumping up and down when I watched that.
Yeah,
I was pretty
liked him
pumped.
too.
Oh, oh wait, Shawn Michaels came out too for the little party.
Oh, he did,
forgot that.
yeah.
You can't forget Shawn Michaels. You can't
But
forget the
no,
heart
that
that
just
kid.
got like that. Literally
But
got
yeah,
me
that
pumped
was-
for Triple H and Batista WrestleMania. I hope that goes, but I don't
Triple
know.
H Batista 17.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's. I think the match is going to be poopy, but I can't wait to see the hype. I mean, they're going to put on some. They're going to have good lead up because those guys know how to do that.
It started
And
back in
I
that
think it was
Evolution
really-
party, if you remember that. They had that Evolution party, and he said, "You can't beat me," or Batista said, "You can't beat
Yeah.
me." Triple H.
And that was-
when it really started.
That was the point of the whole. Yeah, that's what everybody. That was at SmackDown 1000 or whatever.
Yeah.
SmackDown.
Yeah, that's exactly
The
what it
little
was, I
anniversary.
remember. Yeah. a
Yeah,
lot of
whenever they had Evolution come out on SmackDown's anniversary when they weren't
I mean,
even a part of that.
Batista was big on SmackDown. Randy Orton.
But freaking Evolution wasn't.
Yeah, I know.
It was just a rouge probably to get Evolution going. But yeah, man, I'm excited. I can't wait to see what they do. Is Batista just gonna kill everybody? Is he gonna kill Sting and Shawn and all Triple H's friends?
No. I see where you're going, but no. They're just gonna set it up.
No.
They're afraid Batista wouldn't be able to do the match just because of like movies and stuff. But I mean, I guess he's free.
Yeah.
Obviously, that says he's
Well,
free.
technically, he told him that he wanted to do it next year,
So, yeah.
and he said I think he said earlier the only way he'd come back is if he fought Triple H at WrestleMania. Well, here you go. You're
Yep.
getting it.
Exactly.
Can't wait. It was a good ending of Raw, though. That's probably one of the best endings I can remember in recent memory. I did not see that coming.
No, no one did. We thought he was just gonna come out, but that was crazy, man.
Yeah.
That was a
Especially
good ending.
since, they did not even hint that Batista was going to kick somebody's ass, Ric Flair's ass.
Yeah, no kidding.
All right,
All right, we're on SmackDown, baby. You ready?
I can't wait.
The good old SmackDown.
Can't wait, baby.
There were some big,
Let's go, big dog.
comebacks. So at the beginning,
those are pretty good.
at the beginning, obviously they had the contract signing for Kofi Kingston and Daniel Bryan for the
Fastlane.
Fastlane coming up. Thank you. I keep seeing like payload. I don't know why, man. It's like I don't know, but
What was that one? Well, that one Payback is the one. that they
payback
used
is
to
what I'm
have.
thinking. I think I don't know.
That's
But-
on the poster video. If you guys want to watch that.
Go check that video out. That was a good one. So Daniel Bryan signs the contract. Kofi's getting ready to sign the contract, and Vince McMahon's music hits. It hits, and then he calls. He says, "Kofi, you're good, but I got someone better." That's when Kevin Owens' big return comes back. He's back, baby.
Big, yeah,
He's
big
looking
return.
good. He's looking good. Slim.
He's slim, baby, slim.
So we're gonna have
I loved
Daniel
it. I loved
Bryan
it.
versus Kevin Owens at Fastlane.
And this goes, whenever I talk about WWE fans, I'm referring to WWE Twitter. You guys don't think that Kofi's gonna be, this is setting up Kofi against Bryan at Mania. Everybody needs to calm
Kofi
down.
versus Bryan. Yeah.
You know,
Do you think
because they're freaking out that oh man, Kofi deserves this. Kofi deserves it. Yeah, he does deserve this. So you know what he's gonna get? He's gonna get a WrestleMania title match. Who gives a shit about Fastlane? He would have lost there anyways. I'm more pumped about that. But yeah, I'm glad Kevin Owens will get to break some dust off. He might even win against Bryan. I mean, maybe. What do you think?
Yeah, I don't know, man. I could see Kevin Owens.
I think it'd be cool to see him. Yeah, and then I mean he could probably keep a face. Him against Kofi, that'd be a good match.
I mean, they just
But
tag
I
teamed
mean,
on SmackDown, so we'll talk about that in a second here.
they should probably just stick with Brian though. Brian
Daniel
against
Bryan,
Kofi,
yeah, and
just
Kofi, because they
because.
put on some good matches past couple weeks.
Really good matches.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So after that, we had, I think it was the Hardy Boys versus the Bar. So the Hardy Boys, they're
Matt
back.
Hardy came back,
Matt
baby.
Hardy, yeah. Because I think it was supposed to
Slimmer,
be
slim down.
DIY versus the Bar, but then that's when their music hit, if I'm right. So yeah, Matt
Yeah.
Hardy's back. The Hardy Boys are back. I thought they looked good. Obviously, they're
Oh yeah, the match was good. Yeah. Older, but
yeah,
Jeff. I mean, no offense to Matt. Matt's looked rough since '08.
yeah,
But
exactly.
Jeff, he still puts on a show. Yeah, but I mean, the crowd of that match. Damn. Come on, man. You gotta push something on that. I was talking to my buddy today. They got a lot of good talent. They got a lot of good SmackDown tag teams. What about for WrestleMania? You set up another TLC match and have the Hardys, have uh, Usos,
Mhm.
uh, the Bar, and then maybe like throw. I mean, if you want, you could probably leave it at that, or you can throw in another team. You could throw in like the New Day, Biggie and Xavier,
Yeah.
and then have a TLC 30 or whatever the hell how many they've had. Like that'd be sick. I mean, I know they did that with Matt
They did,
Hardy and
yeah,
Jeff when they
last
came
year,
back the
2 years
first
ago.
time, but
Yeah.
yeah. But I mean, still, wouldn't that be sick?
That'd be a
They
good
got so
match.
many freaking guys,
They got a lot of
and they got
yeah, they got a lot of tag team talent on SmackDown. That's really
they'll
good.
give they'll give everybody a spot.
Yeah. Like
You
like
know.
we said, the titles always just get mixed around between the Usos, the Bar, and the New Day. On SmackDown, at least.
Mhm. Yeah. I mean, those guys, they you can't say that they don't deserve it though. They're
Yeah,
pretty good,
definitely.
especially as tag teams.
All right.
All right.
So we had next couple matches. We had R-Truth, Rey Mysterio, and Andrade, the U.S. title match, and it was an open challenge by R-Truth, doing it because of Big Match
Mhm.
John. Big Match John, baby. He still gets put in there. Big
Jesus.
Match
Always
John.
thought that was a funny dude. R-Truth, he's amazing on the mic.
He's good.
He's
Yeah.
absolutely amazing. The fact he's so entertaining,
It
so
still blows my
entertaining. I
mind. He's
love
been
it,
around the company for years, like since WWF.
dude. I remember he was on one of my old like WWF games. It
Yeah.
was like I don't know something on the Xbox, like WWF
Because wasn't that
Raw.
like Ron
And then he was,
Killings back then or something like that?
well, he was called K Quick, I think,
I think so. Yeah.
back in the day. But he's also Ron, whatever it is.
Yeah.
I mean that's his real name.
Oh yeah.
But
He's just been around for
yeah,
so
that
long. He's still good. It's sad to say, but
yeah, I thought it was weird that he got the U.S. title put on him after he's literally done nothing,
I think it's
other than
because
fighting
he
Daniel
got
Bryan that one
cut on
time.
that 30 on that Royal Rumble. But I mean, that could have been why. That could not have been.
Yeah, I mean, but that match was surprisingly entertaining and surprisingly good all around. I mean, obviously, if you think about it, there's a reason that they made it a triple threat. It's because if you have R-Truth against Andrade or R-Truth against Ray, it's going to be you're slowing down Andrade or Ray,
Yeah.
because R-Truth is older. He's a little slower than those guys, not as high paced. So, but I mean, R-Truth kept up with him. I mean, he was doing big
I like
spots
that
too.
they had the
Kicks to the
rivalry of
face.
Ray and Andrade still in the match, and it was just good
Yeah,
because R-Truth
they're
was
keeping
still
that
in there.
alive
He still did
because
his stuff.
that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, R-Truth had big spots. I mean, that's the whole point of those triple threat matches. That's where like if you're gonna do something with like Kurt Angle, you need to put him in more matches like that. That way, it's kind of like putting like the Andre the Giant documentary, how they put him in tag matches towards the end of his career
Yeah.
because he couldn't wrestle by himself and stuff like that. It's not like it helps. It helps a lot with older and bigger guys too. But I mean, Ron's just old,
Yeah, definitely.
hell old. But yeah, I'm glad he won though.
And Yeah.
It was a funny little intro too. I loved it.
All
All
right,
right,
so we had Lester Black and Ricochet. Obviously, they've been
Alistair,
Alistair. Uh,
Lester, Lester, man.
oh man. Um, they've been obviously SmackDown Raw these last couple weeks. They versed Shinsuke Nakamura and Rusev, that new tag team right
hmm
now.
Yeah, two guys that are about to leave WWE.
I can see Shinsuke. I don't know about Rusev, but didn't they win Ricochet and them? Yeah, they did because he hit. I
The
think he hit.
Black Mask or whatever it's called.
Yeah, on.
Shinsuke.
Yeah,
Are they undefeated? Are all
yeah,
the
they're.
young guys undefeated
Yeah,
since they
all
got them?
NXT is
Yeah,
undefeated
they
right now. So
good.
yeah,
I
and
mean, even Heavy Machinery lost?
I
They
don't
haven't been
think
on
so.
TV in the past
They were
couple
on
weeks
TV Friday or
since
Monday
they're.
because there's a backstage spot with Otis. Otis coming,
Oh,
getting mad. It was pretty funny.
Otis,
Shout out
man.
to Stu. Shout out to Stu, man.
He's wrestling. He's
Yeah,
wrestling, man.
good old
Living
Stu.
his dream.
Yeah. But that was a good match. They still look good, like you said. They're just the talent that WWE needs right now to push them up, and that's where they're going. And that's the talent they definitely are gonna use and definitely need for the next couple years. So
I mean, God, they've been putting on such good matches, man. I love it. I love the flow of all those NXT guys. I don't know, some people criticize that as being more like, what's it considered, like indie wrestling, I guess you can
yeah,
call it,
yeah,
you know. But it's not. It's like indie enough to be interesting, to where it's like, high flying and stuff, and not too indie where they're like just bouncing off the ropes. Like we've seen it, the highlights on Twitter where they're like just doing backhand springs off the ropes and
yeah.
then
Not catching them and
just
crap.
not, yeah, just like both doing it
Stupid,
and stuff. It turns
really
into like a
stupid wrestling.
gymnastic routine.
Yeah,
Yeah, they like incorporate that into the pure wrestling style, and I just absolutely love it, dude.
yeah.
Love it.
For the final match, we had good old Kofi Kingston and Kevin Owens versus Daniel Bryan and Rowan. They just have him as Rowan now.
Oh, what? They don't have his first name anymore?
Well, wasn't
Oh
it
my
Rowan
God.
something? I thought it was Rowan
It's
something.
Eric Rowan.
Oh yeah, it was Eric Rowan. Yeah, it just says
Is it
Rowan.
just Rowan?
Yeah,
Oh
just
my
says Rowan. So
God.
maybe,
Not this
like you
bullshit again.
said, maybe they cut him. But that
That's
match was
Vince.
good.
That's all Vince. Yeah,
Yeah,
it was all right.
showed Kevin
Um,
Owens coming back. Obviously, he looked good.
yeah, it's kind of just a knock off the ring rust for good old Kevin.
Yeah,
You know, this match, I think the only thing I didn't like about it is Kevin Owens won, or Kevin Owens and Kofi won. Daniel Bryan, since he's became champion, has lost a lot. Have you noticed that in
the
non-title
last
matches?
couple weeks, yes.
He's lost against Kevin Owens. He lost against Kofi for that in that gauntlet match
Yeah,
when Kofi was what, the first guy or whatever.
yeah, and he versed Daniel
Like,
Bryan and Kofi pinned him.
I'm pretty sure he lost again some other time. Why the hell are they just
But I mean,
booking
he
him to
won in the
lose?
IC title or that the chamber
Yeah, and
elimination
well, I mean, he
chamber.
wins
So
the main matches, but he loses in all the setup matches.
yeah, I
I
don't
don't
know.
know, but it was a good match. Everybody calm down about Kofi. He's gonna fight WrestleMania. You can bet your house on it. It's gonna happen.
At your house,
If they, I'm calling it right now. What do you think? It's not gonna happen?
I see it. I see it. I think
The
it'd be
only
good
time
too against Daniel Bryan.
yeah. Well, I mean, the original idea was gonna be Jeff against Bryan at WrestleMania, but I think after Kofi did what he did, it's gotta be him against Bryan
Yeah,
easily. And especially how Vince just comes out and has no reason, no rhyme or reason, just Kevin Owens deserves it more. Yeah, okay, that's stupid. It's gonna set up. The only thing I'm worried about is him losing at WrestleMania. I'm not gonna make any bets on that, but
who Kofi?
Kofi's gonna. Yeah, I hope he wins, but wouldn't be surprised if he lost to Bryan at WrestleMania. But at the same time, like, come on, everybody calm down. It's gonna be Kofi and Bryan. I haven't been more confident in something since Rollins winning the Royal Rumble this year. which I was also right about. So it's gonna happen. Bet money on it.
Yeah, that's true.
How you like that, Luke? How
All
you like
right,
that, baby?
that was
Huh?
good.
Look at that hot take. What do you think? You agree with me? You think it's gonna happen?
I mean, I don't know. We'll see. I guess I'm not gonna say anything on it, man.
Well,
You're just hot taking it right now.
I ain't hot taking shit. This is a hot take because it's a real take, baby. It's gonna happen. It's gonna
All
be
right.
Kofi against Bryan at WrestleMania, and it's gonna be a good match because both those guys can put on a show.
Yeah,
And hopefully Kofi wins because Kofi might be the most deserving champion out of anybody right now.
I agree with
Maybe.
that.
Yeah, I can't think
After
of
11
anybody else.
years or
Maybe
whatever,
Braun.
11 years,
Yeah.
whatever it was. So, well, that's pretty much it for
Yep.
SmackDown. You got any news? About the only thing I got is
I don't have any.
the Honky Tonk Man introduced into the Hall of Fame. All right.
That's right. A fun fact about the Honky Tonk Man, they've been trying to get his ass in the Hall of Fame for years. Did you know that?
What,
If they've
did
tried
he
to get
not do
Honky
it or
Tonk
what's
Man,
up?
he just didn't want to do it. They told him no. He said there's no point. He's like, I just don't want to be in the Hall of
I mean,
Fame.
really, the
And
Hall
then
of Fame is
finally,
nothing. It's literally just air. That's all it is. But yeah.
well, and like think about the guys in the Hall of Fame. Like you got Big Boss Man in there. I feel like that kind of dilutes it. It's just good workers basically, and I don't know. I don't take the WWE Hall of Fame too seriously,
I
you know.
think it'd be
But
smart if WWE did. I think they could do a really cool like Hall of Fame like place. Even if it was in that Connecticut where they're at, that main office. They built a building. You know what I mean? Like some like the MLB Hall of Fame, the NFL.
oh, having like a
Actual
place to
place
like
where people
go
can
see that stuff.
go. Yeah. Wouldn't that
Dude, that would be really badass, and they could definitely set up
and
like
they have a
tours,
lot of
like having like
they have a
having
lot of
like
just
run
like
throughs of their
ring
careers and
stuff and
stuff.
like little things that they just collect. They have all that they could throw in there
Yeah,
too. Like it'd just be really
easily.
cool
Yeah,
if they did a legit
have
Hall of
some Ric
Fame.
Flair robes.
Yeah, I
Ric
don't know.
Flair robes. I love it. Yeah, that's a good idea, Luke. Maybe you should send that down to WWE.
I
They're all
guarantee
about
they've
making
thought
money
about
now.
that for years, but I mean, hey, that would probably make some good money. Because I mean, hell,
They're all
to
about
get
making
into
money.
all
That's
those
why they
Hall of
have.
Fames, you got to pay anyway.
Yeah, true.
So
I mean, Abdullah the Butcher, freaking, he sold his Hall of Fame ring, his
really,
WWE Hall of Fame ring. I think he like spit on it and made a whole YouTube thing about how he hates the WWE and they're pieces of garbage and all this shit after he was in it.
Jesus. Yeah, like
Yeah,
if
he
they
was a,
start doing like plaques and
piece of
stuff,
shit though.
it'd be cool.
Yeah, I mean, definitely. I'm down with that.
And
That's a good idea, Luke.
people would go. I'd probably go.
Hell yeah, I'd go. Think about the
So
tours and stuff they could set up.
yeah, I know. I think they give tours at that the place where they collect all this stuff. I saw some on YouTube about it, but I don't know. It'd be smart if they did a Hall of Fame. So, you think anyone else is
Yeah.
getting in the Hall of Fame? Like you think of getting into this year's?
Uh, man, the only thing, I mean, Undertaker was rumored, but I just don't think it's gonna happen.
Um,
Because you can't have DX and Undertaker in
oh,
the same one.
I
Like
know exactly.
Undertaker's got a headline.
Um,
Jim Neidhart maybe
the
getting it
other
in
tag
by
team
himself.
I heard of our group would be the Hart Foundation.
The Hart found it. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
probably
in
how
this
they'll get
year's.
Jim Neidhart in.
Yeah, in this year's Hall of Fame. So
The only thing is like, what are you gonna do with that? Are you gonna put Owen in it? Because Owen, his
uh,
family doesn't want him in the WWE Hall of Fame,
yeah, they're gonna
so
put
he
him in.
can't. But he can't. They physically cannot put him in.
Well, I guess he gets cut then. I don't know.
Yeah, what are they gonna have the Hart Foundation with Bulldog, Bret Hart, Neidhart, and
Yeah.
just forget about Owen when even though he was a focal
I don't
point?
know. It's
That's
just something that I
stupid.
saw on it was that they were possibly another tag team that could get in. So
Yeah, I think they really want to find a way to put Neidhart in there since his passing.
yeah,
But yeah, I mean he deserves it. You know,
that was a
he
good
was a good
stable.
worker for a long time. Yeah,
Yep.
and I mean his daughter's a big time, or not big time, but wrestler.
Yep.
You know, uh, this Big Van Vader needs to make it too.
Is he not in
Is
there
he not
really?
made it? I don't think Big Van Vader's in it. Are you shitting me,
Are you really? That's your man. He's not in there.
bro? There's no way. I'm looking it up right now. There's no way.
Yeah, I don't think he
I
is.
could have sworn. I could have sworn he made it last. No. No, Big Van Vader has not been in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, I don't think so. That's
Oh
your
my
man.
God.
Yeah, that's your
Big Van
man.
Vader's not. That man died and did not get put in the Hall of Fame. One of the greatest big men of all time. I mean, I know he didn't do crap for freaking WWE, but still. What? That's pathetic. There's another guy. Put him in. Please. You should have put him in when he was alive.
Yeah. Well, is that all you got
Oh,
for
look.
news? Oh, what do you got?
Here's a little snippet on Big Van Vader. Uh, this is credit to Ringside News for this little thing. This is what's this guy's name? Brian Alvarez of Wrestling Observer. Which I mean, if you want to look up awards, Wrestling Observer, I love them. They have Rookie of the Year, they have Match of the Year. Great article and everything. This is what Brian Alvarez had to say about Vader. He said he wanted to be in the Hall of Fame, so I'm not going to do the usual thing about how it's not a real Hall of Fame. The
Yeah.
guy wanted to be in there, and it sucks he didn't get to be in there. So,
Like I said, it's not a real
I
Hall of
mean,
Fame, so it's.
yeah, it's not, but still, it's just the thought that
Yeah, exactly. I get what you're saying, but I don't know. It's just they gotta be
in there.
smarter with their choosing, I guess. Really.
Yeah.
So
All right. I think that should.
that's
We're,
all I
we're
got.
good. This is something different.
Yeah, we'll see
I
what
don't
we
have
do
to
next
see you.
week. Yeah, and it's a lot easier for you. So
Yeah, you sound like garbage, so I don't want to be
yeah,
next to you
hopefully
anyways.
next week it's better. If not, we'll figure something out again. So, all right
Yeah.
then, spread the word.
Spread it.